Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video we're doing the Shrine of Secrets review for the 10th of February 2021. So, on the day that I'm recording this, the Archive's next tome is coming out later today with the Observer, Yui and the Nurse, so that's going to be cool. Yesterday we had the map changes to Crotus Pren, like the church maps and also the game. So that'd be cool, and also some perk changes. The Decisive Strike nerf, they said, is not coming till the next chapter, which is a little bit sad, but whatever. And tomorrow we are getting the Chinese New Year event, I think, with some new outfits and things, so that'd be cool. And also tomorrow is when Little Nightmares 2 comes out, which is basically a game I've been talking about non-stop on Twitter, and basically I've been waiting a long time for that game, so with my busy schedule, I think Dead by Daylight might have to take a little bit of a break, just for a little while. I'll still be playing it, and obviously I'll still be doing Shrine reviews on the day and everything, don't worry, but I've just been waiting for that game for a really long time, so yeah. This is a series where we go over the Shrine of Secrets in Dead by Daylight. There are 2 killer perks and 2 survivor perks. We go over what they do, how they work, what character they come with, how they change as you tier the perk up, and at the end I'll give my thoughts on which ones you should buy with iridescent shards. The Shrine exists to basically give you the option to get perks that you either don't want to level up the characters for, or if it's a DLC perk that you don't want to buy the DLC for, and you can just get it there. Or if the character has like one really good perk and then the other perks are trash, so you just want to get his good perk, you know, just for that. That works as well. This is all just my opinion as well. I have been playing this game for a very long time, so I'm just using my knowledge of both sides and like things like that, the mechanics and everything, to guide you on which ones you should buy, but not every single time is there a perk to buy. Sometimes I'll be like, just save your shards, or it's like, you know, you can just level up that character, you know, it's like, it's decent, so decent enough to not buy it from here, but also, you know, you might as well just level them up blood points. So that's how this is going to work. So we're going to get started. Sorry if my voice also sounds really tired again and a bit out of breath. I had a presentation earlier, so apologies. First of all, we have Hex Ruin, which is a hag perk, and I won't spend long on this because I feel like everyone who is sort of aware of Dead by Daylight has at least heard of the word ruin before. So this is a hag perk, and this is a hex perk, which means the effects of this perk are tied to a dual totem, which makes it a hex totem, so keep that in mind. So a hex which affects the survivor's generator repair progress. So basically every time a generator is not being repaired by a survivor, it will immediately and automatically start losing that progress, 100% of the normal regression speed. At tier 2 that is 150%, and tier 3 that is 200%. The hex effect persists as long as the related hex totem is standing, which means if the hex totem of Ruin gets broken, then that means this effect will be stopped. Unless you have Undying, which is also getting nerfed, or might have already been nerfed, I can't remember. I think it already has though, but basically means this perk can last a bit longer after it gets broken. So yeah, this perk is incredibly powerful. This is one of the perks that you have to use at tier 3 because 200% regression speed compared to 100% is crazy. If you're a killer, especially like Spirit or like Nurse or maybe even like Plague and everything, killers who can quickly down people and cause map pressure, this perk will especially excel at because, wow, sorry about that. Because especially killers who can down survivors like that, because that gives the survivors an excuse to get off the gen, and when they leave the gen, obviously, Ruin will immediately start regressing it, and at 200% speed, like, that's crazy. That's very fast. So a lot of the time they'll come back and it's either completely regressed or, you know, that gen that was 99 is now only like 40%, you know, something like that. So killers especially like that, who I said, I'm trying to think, Omni, I'm trying to think. Well, again, killer, like, you can use this on every killer, really. It will do something at least. But again, killers especially like that, who can quickly down survivors and, you know, do that snowball effect. This will especially help, and especially combined with Undying. It's very powerful, but like I said, Undying is getting nerfed recently. Already has been nerfed, so that won't really be as effective as when Undying was old Undying, so I don't know. But like I said, I feel like most people have heard of this perk. This is basically just a very powerful perk, so yeah, keep in mind it's a hex perk though, but other than that, this will definitely help you a lot. Okay, I just had a drink, sorry about that, my voice was already tearing up. Okay, so next up we have Live, which is a Feng perk. And every time I pronounce this perk, I always get it wrong. Sometimes I say life, I don't know. This is an exhaustion perk from Feng. And this has, so you get the speed boost for 3 seconds, 150% of your normal running speed. You get that once you vault a window or you vault a dropped pallet. This causes the exhaustion status effect for 60 seconds. The tier 2 that's 50 seconds and tier 3 that's 40 seconds. You can't use it when you're exhausted and blah blah blah. You can't recover from exhausted when you run. Basically, this says that on every exhaustion perk. But basically, the way sprint burst triggers, once you press the sprint button, this one you have to vault a window or drop pallet to get the speed boost to activate. Basically, God, I can't even talk English today. So I feel like a lot of people kind of disregard this perk, and some people say it's the worst exhaustion perk. In my opinion, again, this is all just my opinion. Okay, please don't shoot me. I think Head On is still the worst exhaustion perk. And I think Alive is better than that, but I don't think it's better than things like Sprint Burst or Dead Hard or anything. So, I feel like I use this perk if I'm leveling up a character and I don't have any other exhaustion perks, because unfortunately I'm one of the people who use Dead Hard because, you know, my looping is getting better, but I still, you know, I'm part of that meta, okay? I feel bad about it, alright? Shut up. So, I kind of use this perk as like an alternative, and keep in mind, this perk's still good. It's not as easy to activate as Sprint Burst, because Sprint Burst you can just press the sprint button and get it to work. This one you have to find a window, and again, sometimes the structures, they don't always have windows, or again, if there aren't any, then sometimes if you really want the perk to work, you might have to drop a pallet and then like vault it, you know. So this perk's not terrible. It's not great though as well. You can combine this with, I guess, Vault Build, which is Resilience and Spine Shield. I guess you could combine them. Oh, pardon me, wow. That was really rude of me, sorry. You can definitely combine it with that to get it to work. I feel like the main problem for me with this perk is though, is dedicated servers. I feel like I still get hit through windows, and again, not even talk about live, but generally just vaulting windows and things like that. I still get hit when I obviously shouldn't be, and on my screen I'm nowhere near them, and then I teleport right to them and I'm like, oh shit, okay, I guess I'm here now. So I feel like that's a major turn off for people using this perk, is that they know that a lot of the time, not a lot of the time, but there are definitely instances where they'll get fucked over, and their speed boost will activate when they're on the ground. So basically you'll be able to crawl faster for a few seconds, but other than that, yeah. That's the same with Dead Hard. You know, Dead Hard has the issue as well when you get downed and you used it, so you get exhausted on the ground, and it's like, well, I did use the perk because it tells me I did, because I'm exhausted, but it didn't actually do anything, so thanks a lot, game. Yeah, so other than that, it's okay. You know, it's not the best, but it's not the worst. And again, I feel like you can get value from this, but it's I don't know, a bit more complex, I guess. Okay, I had to take another drink. Wow, this is embarrassing. My voice is tearing up already, so hopefully let's try and speed through this now. So, next up we have Lucky Break, which is a Yui perk, and I feel like this perk hasn't been out for a while. I feel like it has been a decent while since we last got this perk, and that's probably a good thing, and there's probably a good reason for that. This perk's not good. So, basically, this perk is a Yui perk, and once you get hit for the first time in a match, it says anytime you're injured. I'm pretty sure it only works, though, for the first time you get injured. You won't leave trails of blood for a total of 120 seconds. Tier 2, that's 150 seconds, and Tier 3 has 180 seconds, which is like 3 minutes, is it, or something? Is that 3 minutes? Yeah, it's like 3 minutes. Lucky Break is permanently deactivated for the remainder of the trial once the total duration has elapsed. And I'm gonna just be blunt, this perk isn't very good. People have been wanting a perk like this for a long time, having like a permanent blood loss perk where, you know, because that'll be good, because it makes the killer have to kind of be more reliant on like sounds and scratch marks and things. But 3 minutes, don't get me wrong, is a long time. But also, I mean, I don't know, I feel like it should be permanent, right? Also, this perk belongs to Yui, and Yui is part of the Cursed Legacy chapter, and the Oni is part of the Cursed Legacy chapter, and the Oni's power relies on collecting blood, so I feel like that's a bit weird. But this perk, think needs to be permanent. I think it needs to have a thing like breakdown where like the main focus of the perk is there, and then they just have an extra statistic at the end just to give a reason for leveling up the perk, you know. Maybe don't be the bloody aura reveal thing that it always has with so many perks like breakdown and babysitter and off the record and things like that. Maybe do something unique, but I feel like this is pretty disappointing, and I don't think I've ever used this perk other than for the adept, and I literally have never seen anyone use this perk, so might want to leave this one. Yui has Breakout and Any Means Necessary. Actually, Any Means Necessary was in the shrine last week, I'm pretty sure, so just get one of those. You know, don't get Lucky Break. Finally, we have Strider, which is a nurse perk. Stridor. I don't know, people say it weirdly. Okay, so this one's simple. I'll go over it quickly now. The breathing of survivors in pain is 25% louder, and regular breathing is 0% louder. So basically, a tier 2, that goes to 50% louder for breathing of survivors in pain, that is, sorry, and 0% for the regular breathing. And then tier 3 is 50% for the survivors in pain and 25% for regular breathing. So that's kind of confusing, but basically, this is why, again, one of the perks you should probably use this at tier 3. Survivors who are in pain, their breathing is 50% louder, and then when they're regularly breathing, just breathing normally, is 25% louder. So basically that's what it is. The statistics are very weird because as the perk tiers up, half of them stay the same. Like the regular breathing stays 0% for 2 tiers, and the breathing for survivors in pain is 50% from 2 tiers as well. Basically, it's just really confusing. Basically, breathing is more easy to hear, so oh my god, my voice is tearing already. God, I'm gonna wrap this up in a second. I think that using this with Nurse herself is like fine. I mean, I guess she doesn't really need it, I don't think. But you've probably seen this most on Spirit, to be honest. Spirit really benefits from this, but I think even then, once you get good, you won't really need it. But also at the same time, people and myself also, when I use this perk, sometimes I feel it's confusing. Sometimes I feel like a survivor's right in front of me, and they're not, but Strider makes it feel like they're literally like in front of me, but they're a couple blocks away and they've got to that pallet now. So I would say Spirit is probably the only killer to benefit from this, to be honest. I can't really think of anyone else who would even get value from louder breathing. Maybe some stealth killers, maybe Ghostface if you're trying to like hide around a corner, you're trying to like, I don't know. I can't really. I literally only ever see this on Spirit or Adept nurses or just baby nurses. So the effect is quite nice, but again, I feel like it's either confusing or eventually you'll just not really need to use it. Like I play Spirit right now and I don't have Strider for her yet, and I think breathing's just fine as it is. But also this does get completely countered by Iron Will, I'm pretty sure. So keep that in mind as well. Ugh, pardon me. Yeah, we're going to wrap this up now, because I need to just down this whole drink that's next to me, because I can't talk. So, what perks to buy? I am only going to recommend Ruin, because Ruin is so powerful, and I know that Undying's getting nerfed, okay? I know it has been nerfed, or it is currently nerfed right now live, or if it's going to be in one of these updates in the next few days, I'm not sure. Because again, Clown's Changes hasn't come out for me yet, so I don't know about that. But Hex Ruin is very powerful, even on killers. Well, again, like I said, any killer can really benefit from this, but especially if you're a killer who struggles with gens getting done too early, or if you need a reason for people to get off gens and things. Just play a killer who can do map pressure and just can really force survivors off gens, and let Ruin do its thing. Ruin 200% regression. Again, please try and use this at tier 3 if you can, but 200% regression is fucking crazy. And that's absolutely devastating, especially like late game. If it survives that long, keep in mind it is a Hex Totem, but for the most part this perk is very powerful and very popular. Live, I'm not going to recommend, because I like all of Feng's perks, to be honest. They're all very like beginner like perks, but I feel like even using them now, they're not bad. So I would probably say maybe just level up Feng. She also has Alerted Technician, and I would probably, if you're looking into Feng, I would maybe say wait till Alert comes on the shrine. Alert is so good, and it's actually in my current build right now. I'd recommend maybe just wait for alert to come out. I would probably not say buy it live. Lucky Break, don't buy this. Please don't buy this. Again, Enemies Necessary was on the Shrine last week, and Breakout was done a few weeks ago. Yui, I would say, I mean, if she's quite memey, okay, she can pick up drop pallets, and she can also help with like Sabo builds. So I would probably say buy Yui if you're interested, but mainly like, I don't know, meme builds, I guess. I feel like this perk you can maybe do in a meme build, but other than that, I really wouldn't recommend using this seriously, or even buy this in the Shrine. Yui herself, again, I don't know. I just bought the Cursed Legacy chapter. I just buy most chapters when they come out, to be honest, so I don't really know. But definitely don't get Lucky Break. And as for Strider, again, it's a bit situational. A lot of people will not benefit from this, so I feel like leave this, you know. Maybe get Nurse's Calling and Phanophobia when they come in the Shrine, or just Level Nurse for those. I would only say Ruin is worth it this week, so for the most part, save your shards. If you want to get extra love points, buy this again if you already have it, or mostly just wait for next week. So guys, that's going to do it. I'm going to have this drink now before I pass out, because I can feel my vocal cords trying to tear themselves out my throat. And I will see you in the next one.